I hope first PPT where the topic is there, question from university exam paper on unit number 2nd, winter 2018 is there on your screen. Please reply somebody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Visible.
So we'll see. Yeah, I actually today I have a lot of say solution for say almost all the questions from university exam, but during solving the numerical, the time cannot be managed. It may happen this question paper means whatever are the 4 questions will be finished earlier. Later on I will move to the next PPT, which is for summer 2018. First of all, I will start with winter 2018. We'll see in what time we will cover this numericals. My request is to use calculator, notebook for writing down these numericals. Most of the numericals are asked in similar manner by changing their values. One numerical, there are only 3 papers and one numerical is repeated in winter 2018, similarly in winter 2019. Both are regular paper, not even backlog. Again, it is my observation that in these papers, the differentiator is asked, but nowhere an integrator is asked. So there are, say, most chances that there will be numerical on integrator into the coming exam. So moving to the question number 3A, I changed the PPT. Question number 3A, which is from of course same paper. It is for 6 marks. The problem statement is design scaling amplifier circuit that will amplify first input. You may consider VA or V1, no worry about that, by factor 2, and the second input by factor 3. Use inverting configuration, it is clearly mentioned. So if somebody is using non-inverting, then it will be directly go to 0. So you can see here the circuit diagram is not given into the paper. Okay, only one question is there where the circuit diagram is given, else we have to think of the circuit diagram from the problem statement. It shows that first input and second input, of course there are 2 inputs, so you may consider V1 or V2 or VA or VB. There are 2 factors for 2 input, so of course it will be RF by R1 and RF by R2, and here it is clearly mentioned inverting configuration, so these input must be connected to the inverting terminal, means mode of the operation should be inverting. Is PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please interrupt me if there is certain problem with say visibility or audio. So here we use what inverting mode of operation, where I have connected V1 through R1, generally use similar labels, V1 through R1 and V2 through R2 to the terminal inverting. And again, it is very important to show this resistance, which is called bias current compensation resistance, which is always parallel combination of R1 and R2 and of course RF. Then one feedback resistance is connected in output into the inverting terminal, that is called RF here. So this is the simple circuit from the problem statement we understood. This must be the circuit. Later on I will move to the next PPT, and the solution for that is on this PPT. I have minimized the diagram. V1 means compressed diagram, V1 V2 through R1 and R2, feedback resistance in inverting and non-inverting, inverting and output, and compensation resistance in non-inverting terminal here. So we don't need not to analyze this circuit, don't explain theory at all, from where the formula came, don't explain that one. So accordingly you have to just go for what is the given. I have not written here what is the given. Given is there are 2 inputs, you can say Second given statement is the multiplying factor of first input is 2, multiplying factor of second input is 3, and given is inverting mode of operation. These are the major factor, and you have scaling amplifier means of course you are using scaling factor for both the inputs. Of course it is scaling amplifier. So accordingly the circuit is drawn. For that we know what is the output formula. Output formula is equal to minus sign shows it is inverting mode. RF by R1, that is the factor multiplying to first input V1, plus RF by R2 factor multiplying to second input V2. Let's just very simple now. Once the formula is there, let's choose one standard value of RF. If you are choosing RF, please choose more than 10K and up to say 100K. Don't choose say in ohm or say 1K, 2K. Then what will happen? Input resistances will be very less. So 50K. So therefore, the first input V1 has amplification factor of 2. Therefore, I will write given statement, that is RF by R1 is equal to 2. Putting the value of RF into this above, then we'll get value of R1 which is equal to 25K, and second input which is V2 which has amplification factor of 3. So I'll write RF by R2 is equal to 3. Putting the value of RF, don't choose RF repeatedly, it is already mentioned above, that is 50K, so it must be 50K. नहीं तो एक बार 50 लिया दूसरे बार 100 लिया, don't do that. So RF, putting this value of RF into this formula, RF by R2 is equal to 3, we get R2 is equal to 16.66K. And the last resistance that you have to design is RComp. RComp is equal to R1 parallel to R2 parallel to RF. If you do this calculation, it will be 8.33 kilo ohm. Okay, so you know on this circuit everything, that is these four components are connected, that you can see R1, R2, RF and RComp. We calculated value for. Don't forget to calculate, means don't miss a single resistance. RComp लिखा है हमने, so you have to calculate value of RComp. And then finally the power supply, there is no limitation here, power supply, and nothing is mentioned into the power problem statement कि saturated voltage कितना रहना चाहिए वगैरह वगैरह. So for that you may go for, you can make say general statement that plus power supply is plus 15 volt, minus power supply is minus 15 volt. Here the complete solution of this problem, and will get obviously 6 out of 6. Nobody will cut half marks from this example. Okay, I'll go a bit slow while solving the numerical. Are you writing these things in your notebook, or will you write it down after I upload this file on Teams? Yes, any 1-2 samples can answer.
Yes, sir.
You are writing.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
हो गया
sir.
काम?
See, if you people are writing, then I have to wait for some time, and if you people are not writing, I will go a bit faster. I'll move to the next problem. That's it. Yes, Vishwajit, Mohammad Rahil. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think we should see this first, and afterwards we can write as complete solution
Or
is there,
later
and
on
time
within,
can
say,
also save.
yes, after this lecture, definitely you'll get PDF of this numerical.
Yes.
You may have printout, you may have write it down. So I want feedback from your side, that's because I can manage my speed then. So moving to the, this is for 6 marks, 3A. Moving to the next question, that is question number 3B, is asked on when RC phase shift oscillator. Regarding oscillator, two paper has asked, paper setter has asked question on RC phase shift, and one paper setter has asked question on Venn bridge. So you have only two RC oscillators, so no worry about that, and formulas also simple. So you can easily say remember that. So the problem statement is design phase shift oscillator. If it is said phase shift oscillator, definitely it has 3 pairs of R and C in the feedback network like this. So circuit will not change, of course, whatever we have seen into the theory, and the output frequency, it must oscillate at 200 hertz. I hope this is already covered into the theory portion, but we'll just quickly go through. So the output frequency formula for the RC phase shift oscillator is F0 is equal to 1 over twice pi RC under root of 6. Okay, please remember this formula, very important, because as I asked for an assignment to previous students, they have used formula into the assignment 1 or twice pi under root 6 RC, पूरा का पूरा under root में लिया है. It is not like that. Under root 6 is separate. It is 1 or twice pi RC separate under root 6. So of course later on we decided, or means it is said that a standard value less than 1 microfarad is preferred. So I choose 0.1 microfarad and I'll put this into the above equation to calculate value of resistance, because we know the output frequency at which we have to design. We know we have assumed the standard value of capacitors 0.1 microfarad. So we can easily calculate R. So R will be equal to 1 or twice pi F0C under root 6 separate. So putting the value R is equal to 1 over twice pi 200 hertz पे design करना है. So 200 hertz multiply by capacitor 0.1 microfarad, which is assumed into root 6. So by calculation it comes 3.24 kilo ohm. Normally 3.24 kilo ohm standard value is not available. So approximate value available into the market is 3.3K. You have 33 series, 33 ohm, 330 ohm, 3.3 ohm, 33 ohm, 330 ohm, 330 kilo ohm likewise. Okay, again nothing is mentioned for power supply, but we can write that is output peak to peak will be plus minus Vsat. We assume that 15 volt plus minus power supply is applied. So I'll say ideally that is plus minus 15 volt. Again, now we have output frequency we calculated, but what about the gain? So you have to remember this, the gain, loop gain should be equal to 1. For that you should know what is beta. You have to remember that beta. Last time Abhinav has asked question on the same. So this beta is derived. You can see into the D. Rai Chaudhary. It is fixed. It is 1 by 29 for RC phase shift oscillator. So we know that beta is 1 by 29. And to follow the Barkhusen's criteria, we have to use loop gain, means total loop gain, amplifier or feedback लेके पूरा loop का gain, that must be equal to 1. So to set that, we have to set AV at least 29 or slightly greater than that. So we'll choose AV is equal to RF by R1 slightly greater than or equal to 29. So I assume that RF by R1 is equal to 30. Select RF value, say 50K, dividing by 30, you will get R1 is equal to 1.66 kilo ohm. If you don't find any approximate resistance nearby approximate resistance, forget it, leave the answer where you calculated. Okay, so this is the complete. I'll just revise. If design is asked, you have to think of the gain. So gain you have to calculate. Then output frequency के लिए you have to calculate value of R by assuming standard value of capacitor C. And one thing that I have not mentioned into the circuit, that is RCOM. You can see into the circuit RCOM is not mentioned. You please mention that RCOM, and RCOM is the parallel combination of this RF and this R1. That's it. So RCOM will be parallel combination of R1 to RF. So RF is 50K, R1 is 1.66K. If you do the parallel combination, it will be near to, of course, R1. Lesser value will be result of the parallel combination. So this is all about the design of phase shift oscillator that will oscillate at 200 hertz. If you say take these components physically and if you mount it on the breadboard, definitely you must get the sinusoidal waveform of the frequency 200 hertz. Of course, you may not get exactly 200 hertz. It may be 190 hertz or maybe 220 or 230 hertz. For that, you have to use, say, one of the variable component to adjust the frequency if you want accuracy. Then question number 4a. Question number 4a is based on differentiator. I already mentioned that differentiator is asked several times. So question number 4a is differentiator, which is asked in winter 2018, as well as it is asked in similar as it is asked in winter 2019. So what is the design statement? This is design a differentiator that will differentiate the input signal that varies from 10 kilohertz to 1 kilohertz. Draw its output waveform. If the sine wave of 1 volt peak, means 2 volt peak to peak, at 100 hertz frequency is applied to the differentiator. This is the problem statement. You have to remember the design steps of differentiator while solving problem for differentiator. So given, am I audible? Is PPT visible? Question number 4a.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it full view? Full view है
Yes, sir.
PPT का? Okay.
Yes,
So
हाँ,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
thank you. Mute yourself. Thank you. Frequency range is given, that is 10 hertz to 1 kilohertz. So we know the first design step is select the maximum value of the frequency into the signal. Now signal is this 10 to 1K. So of course the maximum will be FA, and that I will use 1 kilohertz because 1 kilohertz is the maximum. Then I'll put this 1 kilohertz is equal to 1 over twice pi RF C1. Differentiator जो है basic differentiator, FA is always for basic differentiator का component. If you see the basic differentiator, there is only C1 there and RF. ये दो बचे हुए R1 CF नहीं रहते हैं. So FA is equal to 1 over twice pi RF into C1. So we kept value of FA here. Let's assume standard value of capacitor C1, that is 0.1 microfarad, suppose. Put it here, so you can have RF is equal to, by changing the terms of course, 2 pi FA C1. Putting the values to calculate 1 kilohertz is FA into 0.1 microfarad is the capacitor C1. Calculating that will have value 1.59 K. So this is the RF we calculated. So we right now we know only two component into the differentiator, practical differentiator, and that is RF and C1 only that I highlighted. But remember, whenever the differentiator is asked, go for the practical differentiator. Whenever the integrator is asked, go for the practical integrator, because in the book there are two circuits. Don't use basic differentiator or basic integrator diagram until and unless someone specifically mention into the problem statement. But I know that nobody will mention that using basic integrator or differentiator. So always go for practical Wali diagram. So here one of two component that we know, one is assumed, another one is calculated. C1 is assumed, RF is calculated. We'll move to the next calculation of this problem statement because remaining values are there. So FB, another frequency FB is 10 times of FA. I said that it is shown somewhere in certain books 20 times of FA, but minimum requirement is 10 times of FA. You please remember this, so it will be common for integrator and differentiator. You will be you can easily remember. So 10 times of FA. FA was 1 kilohertz. So of course FB is now 10 kilohertz. Putting it, what is the formula for FB? FB is equal to 1 over twice pi R1 C1. So we can have calculation of resistance R1. because R1 will be equal to 1 over twice pi FB into C1, that we know. So it will be 1 upon 2 pi multiply by 10 kilohertz is the FB, multiply by C1 we know because we already assume this standard resistance. By doing this calculation, value of R1 obtained is 159 ohm. So now from this we have calculated value of R1 also. What is remaining? Remaining is CF and RCOM. So CF, to design CF, there is one condition that the time constant of RFCF must be equal to time constant of R1C1. Accordingly, CF is R1C1 divided by RF, which is equal to, putting the values, 159 ohm for R1, 0.1 microfarad for C1, divided by 1.59 kilo ohm for RF. It comes 0.01 microfarad. So another value is also, CF value is also say calculated, and the last is RComp. RComp is parallel combination of R1 and RF. So R1 is 159, 1.59 kilo ohm is the, what is RF? RF is 159 ohm. RF is 159 ohm. Of course, lesser value के आसपास आपको result आएगा. So by doing this calculation, you will get RComp is equal to 144.54 ohm. You will not say find such standard value. So approximate nearby value is of course 150 ohm. Even in case of R1 also, though you got this 159 ohm value, you have to use 150 ohm only, because there is no 159 ohm value resistance. So here we have seen, we have calculated value of CF and this one RComp. So all the surrounding components of differentiator are designed, and if you use such values of component and if you simulate or say execute such type of circuit on breadboard, definitely you will get similar result, approximate result. So this was the question number 4A from winter 2018 as well as winter 2019. Both are regular paper and weightage is 7 marks. Next is the question which is of course from first regular paper, that is winter 2018, of 6 marks. Simple statement is given by paper setter, that is design an averaging circuit. You know what is average? Averaging circuit for 4 DC input. First thing to remember is here he has not mentioned whether non-inverting mode or inverting mode. He has not given any equation like V0 is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 divided by 3. There is no minus sign, so we can easily identify, yes, it is non-inverting mode. If it is VO is equal to minus of in bracket V1 plus V2 plus V3 divided by 3, so it will be definitely inverting averaging circuit. But here he has not mentioned any, say specifically, not mention anything. So if we have to, I think we have to use non-inverting mode, because he just need an average. He does not want to invert it. This is the meaning. So we will be using non-inverting mode of operation. That therefore I have used inputs connected to non-inverting terminal. So how many inputs are there? 4 inputs are said. So 4 inputs are said. So I use V1 through R1, V2 through R2, V3 through R3, and V4 through R4, connected to the same node and connected to the non-inverting terminal. Again, non-inverting mode means we have to use RF and RI. RF is the feedback resistance connected in output and the inverting terminal here, and RI is the resistance which is connected in inverting terminal and ground. This is the configuration called what? Called non-inverting configuration, NI, non-inverting configuration. Rest of the things are not needed to mention. Okay, like I have mentioned during analysis, it is required. I have mentioned I1, I2, I3. I have mentioned what VN is required. I have mentioned input impedance. I have mentioned output impedance. I have mentioned bias current. Okay, these things are not required in your diagram. Actually, I conducted class for theory, so I have taken this diagram directly from the theory PPT. So all the things are reflected here. But while solving the problem, bias currents, all the currents I will say, then input impedance, output impedance दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है. But you have to mention inverting terminal and non-inverting terminal polarity, and you have to mention all the inputs are connected, all the voltages and labels to all the resistances you have to use. Now here, so 4 DC input का हमें average चाहिए. So let's consider, पहला काम ये कर लेना है that resistance R1, R2, R3 and R4 which are connected into the input are similar, that is equal to R. We have done analysis of 3 input. You please refer that after this lecture. So referring to that, you will understand it is just I have changed only one number here. So nodal voltage means this Vn here. That was 3 input में क्या था, R by 2 upon R plus R by 2 into V1 ऐसा था. But here there are 4 resistances. So we'll have R by 3 divided by R plus R by 3, because हमें पहले Vn ही निकालना है, into V1 plus same R by 3 upon R plus R by 3 into V2 plus R by 3 upon R plus R by 3 into V3 plus R by 3 upon R plus R by 3 into V4. So here you can solve this section. R by 3 upon R plus R by 3, if you solve it, it will be what? 1 by 4. It will be 1 by 4 if you solve this. So complete will be, it will be Vn is equal to V1 by 4, V2 by 4, Vn is equal to V1 by 4, V2 by 4 plus V3 by 4 plus V4 by 4. So combinedly you will have all sources added together and it is divided by 4. So definitely it is average. It is an average. So here we know that, you please see the previous diagram. This is the previous diagram. I'll erase all ink because I wanted to focus something here which you have to remember. Here all the resistances are there and respective sources are connected. Vn, ये voltage हमने calculate किया है, that is nothing but now what average of all voltages, and what I want in the output, I want average of all voltages. There should not be any amplification factor or gain we don't want. So here there are more component, that is RF and RI, which will decide the gain. What is gain? Gain will be 1 plus RF by Ri is the gain of non-inverting mode, which is of course there on next PPT. So we know that here we calculated nodal voltage Vn, which is the average of all 4 voltage here, and is connected to the non-inverting terminal. So here this will look like non-inverting amplifier. So output voltage will be equal to non-inverting gain, which is nothing but 1 plus Rf upon Ri into non-inverting voltage, which is Vn. Vn की value we can put directly. So I will write Vout is equal to non-inverting gain, that is 1 plus Rf upon Ri, multiply by value of Vn, which is nothing but average of all 4. Now if I use some value of Rf and Ri, then there will be gain, and this circuit will not act like an averaging circuit. So anyhow this factor, ये जो factor है 1 plus Rf by Ri ये हमें 1 बनाना है, that must be 1. So if we select non-inverting amplifier gain is equal to 1, this is nothing but AV. AV is equal to 1, then the circuit will act like averaging. Therefore, to make this AV is equal to 1, what we need to do? We need to make RF is equal to 0 and Ri is equal to infinite. So how to make RF is equal to 0? Classroom में मैंने अगर question पूछा तो most of the people says that RF 0 बनाना है सर, RF connect ही मत कीजिए. If we are not connecting RF, that means it is infinite. If I have 2 points and nothing is connected between 2 points, that means there is infinite resistance between those points. So make it short circuit. So what I did here, RF is short circuit. I have made it 0 directly. In inverting terminal is shorted to the output terminal. And second is Ri is infinite. Where Ri is connected? Ri is connected into inverting terminal and the ground. I have not connected anything between inverting terminal and the ground. That means there is infinite resistance. That this portion will be 0 and there will be V output. V out is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4 divided by 4 is nothing but average. So here we have say used the logic and we have converted this circuit into the averaging circuit, but till one thing is remaining, that calculating value of R1, R2, R3 and R4. For your information, it is already covered in analog electronics 1. This circuit, what I'm showing into the box, is it visible? Yes. I mark a square box around op amp. Is it visible? Okay. Okay, that whatever I marked into the box, that circuit is called voltage follower. That is already covered in analog electronics 1. I know that. So it is called voltage follower. What is meaning of voltage follower? Whatever is the input voltage, means यहाँ पे Vn है input, output will be same. That's why you can see here V out is equal to Vn. That is V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4. So this circuit is called voltage follower. So please remember that if you want averaging circuit using non-inverting mode of operation, then you have to use voltage follower followed by the input. Where are the input? These are the input. I'll mark it. These are the input. So voltage follower, input followed by voltage follower is nothing but averaging circuit of non-inverting mode. Therefore, now calculation, of course, select all resistances equal, that is R1, R2, R4 is equal to 10K, because until and unless it is equal, you will not get this equation, that is Vn is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4 divide by 4. Then no feedback resistance, that is Rf is equal to 0, means by shorting output and inverting terminal, that makes it 0. No input resistance, that means Ri is infinite, that is by open circuit in inverting terminal and ground, as I already mentioned, that is nothing but the circuit voltage follower. Please note it down. I have not mentioned on the PPT. Note it down that if you want to design averaging circuit using non-inverting mode, then your input must be followed by voltage follower. ऐसा ही सर्किट रहेगा. किसी ने बोला 3 इनपुट का एवरेज दो, then still the circuit will be same, only this V4 will not be present, only this V4, this section will not be present. If somebody asks you to have average of 2 signals, that is V1 and V2, then V3 and V4 will not be present here. This will not be present. Remaining circuit voltage follower and remaining circuit will be same. So very easy to remember if you say follow the tricks. then the subject is very, very simple. So this is how we finish with the paper set winter 2018 regular paper, all the numericals properly solved on this PPT. Any question from your side? Yes, coming back to you. Any question from your side? We have 20 minutes again. Ashish Kumar, want to say something? Kumar Ashish.
Yes, sir.
Yes, want to say something? Okay, but your mic is unmute then. Okay. Anybody want to share something? Lakshmi? Lakshmi?
No, sir.
No. Getting everything?
Yes, sir.
There are 119 student in the list. Okay, now those who had problem. Yes, who is speaking?
सर जस्ट आपने अभी जो
रेवती.
इसके सर जो आपने इसके पहले जो क्वेश्चन अभी बताया लास्ट वाला, तो सर अगर उसमें हम इन्वर्टिंग ऑप एम्प यूज करें और अगर हम उसमें R1 R2 R3 जो है इक्वल है, तो उसकी वैल्यू अगर हम इक्वल टू 4RF ऐसे कंसिडर करें, तो फिर सर जो वी आउट रहेगा वो RF अपॉन जो हम लोगों का 4RF है वो V1 प्लस V2 प्लस V3, तो RF तो वही कैंसिल हो जाएंगे ना?
नहीं, तो इन्वर्टिंग में हमें ऐसा कॉन्फ़िगरेशन रहता ही नहीं है. In inverting, we have to think in different way. If you refer previous PPT, I have mentioned what will be the formula if we are using inverting mode and we need inverting average. Okay, like I have 3 input, 2 volt, 2 volt, 2 volt. Okay, if I take average of that, that is 6 by 3 will be 2 volt, is it? But if I need inverting average, it will be 2 volt, 2 volt, 2 volt divided by 3, that will be 2, and minus sign of inverting, that will be minus 2, right? And the formulas for inverting mode and non-inverting mode is different, so assumption is also different. As I mentioned here, R1, R2, R3 and R4 all are equal. Okay, don't mention same thing into the inverting. Use the logic of inverting, accordingly assumption will be there. Use the logic of any circuit, accordingly assumption will be there. Okay, actually this whatever I used referring to the problem statement, I use non-inverting mode because problem statement has not mentioned कि inverting use करना है. Still, what I will do in successive lecture, I will solve this problem using inverting mode. Same problem. I already decided that, don't you worry. So you will be having practice to get inverting average of 4 input using inverting mode. We'll be doing that, but later on, because I am focusing on university question paper now. Until and unless all 3 papers unit number second is completed, then after we'll think of another, say, numerical or unsolved numerical, whatever. And then actually I will declare this unit is over. Later on, if you say have any problem statement or unsolved problem from the book, you may share with me on WhatsApp or on Teams. Better way WhatsApp, because Teams every time I'm not logged in, every time I never check it. So on WhatsApp, if you share such kind of problem statement, I may guide you how to solve, or still there is a problem, I may provide you the solution. Okay. Any other question?
No, sir.
Anybody wanted to share something? Lecture हुआ नहीं है. Don't leave the meeting, okay? Yes, Saurav Vasha. Are you there?
So I'm there.
Okay. Getting everything?
Yes, sir. So not all, but yes, I'm trying to get everything.
Okay, actually, online lecture, as we are putting our 101% effort to make effective PPT, so that on single you can see my presentation on 5, 6 or less than 12 PPTs. I try to mention everything on single PPT because it must be visible to eyes at a time to understand. Similarly, from your end, means student point of view, I'm not saying only to you. From your end, you have to put at least 100% effort to understand, say, every lecture. Okay, and if there is problem, suppose due to speed, due to connectivity, you have to refer the videos which are recorded on this software. And again, as I mentioned, on integrator there are most chances there will be question on integrator in the coming exam. And also I'll request you to refer integrator and differentiator video at least twice, so that the concept will be clear. It is not difficult, but it needs, say, repetition. So you please listen to the video and for integrator and differentiator, so that it will be clear. So we'll move to, we have 15 minutes again. We'll move to the next question paper, that is I shared a slide. It is full screen. Topic is again question from university exam papers on second unit of course, and the paper is winter 2019, that is latest paper, which is regular paper. Backlog paper will discuss later on. Regular paper, and उसके बाद जो एग्जाम हुई नहीं है, इसके बाद जो बैकलॉग है वो गया लॉकडाउन में. So it is winter 2019. Is it visible to you? First PPT full screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, if I'm asking question visible to you, that means it is full screen. If you are not able to see full screen, then also interrupt me. Okay, so I'll move to the question. This is the question from winter 2019, 6 marks. You might be thinking why question number 3B directly, because 3A is already covered in previous PPT. It was repeated 3A. So that's why 3A is not there. So the statement, design a circuit to add 3 DC input voltages. Okay, the output of the circuit must be equal to 2 times negative sum of input. Means what is the problem statement? We have to add how many? 3 DC sources. So there will be V1 plus V2 plus V3. Then output of the circuit must be equal to twice, 2 times. Means we need gain, that is RF by R1 whatever. So that must be equal to 2 to make it 2 times. And negative sum of input means output must have minus sign. So it will be what? It will be minus 2 in bracket V1 plus V2 plus V3. So this will be your V out is equal to minus of 2 V1 plus V2 plus V3 in bracket. So that's why from the statement, again the diagram is not given into the paper. From the statement we use inverting mode. In inverting mode I connected 3 sources V1, V2 and V3 through resistance R1, R2 and R3. Again mentioning current is not required in the design problem. So you may omit this IB, then I1, I2, I3, no worry about that. No need to use this. This is used only for the analysis. RI, RO, no need of this. So these 3 inputs are connected to the inverting terminal. This is very important, node voltage, because we should know this. We have to use in formula. Here it is 0 using virtual ground. Then control, which is between output terminal and the inverting terminal here. And one compensation resistance. Try to practice compensation resistance in every circuit. So compensation resistance R comp in non-inverting and ground. Now to make a differential voltage 0, this voltage and this voltage must be same, that is non-inverting and inverting. We know non-inverting voltage is 0 as it is connected to ground. Of course inverting voltage is also 0, is nothing but node voltage Vn is 0, that is virtual ground concept. We have already seen into the analysis. Here we will directly use the formula. Moving to the solution, here solution is what the V out, I forgot to mention number 2, okay. V out is equal to minus of V1 plus V2 plus V3. I should have multiply by 2 because I have used this analysis directly, copy and pasted from the previous PPTs. Multiplied by 2. Let's choose, क्या चाहिए फिर? Let's choose R1 plus R is equal to R1, R2 and R3. RF का रेशियो कितना होना चाहिए? प्लीज कैलकुलेट. It must not be equal to RF. So you get what? If this is the ratio, you'll get V out is equal to minus of RF upon R into V1 plus V2 plus V3. So you can see here minus sign shows it is inverting. So inverting mode, it is already mentioned into the problem statement, negative sum. Then RF by R1 shows the gain. I need 2 times. Here I mention 1, will change it. This is wrong. I need this is equal to 2. I need 2 times and I need addition. Add 3 DC inputs. I need addition. Addition is here. V1 plus V2 plus V3. So what you can do? You can have RF say 50K. Suppose accordingly to make RF by R is equal to 2, then R will be equal to 25K. Please change this, okay? I'll not upload the PDF for this. I'll change it and later on I will upload. Then here V out will be equal to minus 2 V1 plus V2 plus V3 because RF is 50K and R is 25K. R is 25K is nothing but R1 is 25K, R2 is 25K and R3 is also 25K. Means what will be the relation? R will be equal to R1 equal to R2 equal to R3 equal to half of RF. So accordingly we'll get, and just small assumption किया है यहाँ पे, say V1 is equal to 1 volt, V2 is equal to 2 volt and V3 is equal to 3 volt. So addition will be 6 multiply by 2. Multiply by 2 will be equal to 12 volt. Will be equal to 12 volt and inverting mode, that's why minus 12 is the answer. Don't refer this answer. This is only the addition. So by putting gain, it will be minus 6 into 2. It will be minus 12 volt. And what about RCOM? That I have not mentioned on the PPT. What about RCOM? RCOM की वैल्यू कैसे निकालेंगे? How to get RCOM value? RCOM is just the parallel combination of all resistances. So that will be what? 25K parallel to 25K parallel to 25K parallel to 50K. So these all parallel combination will give you the value of RCOM. Referring to PDF, you can solve it and you can have the value of all parallel combination of resistances equal to compensation resistance, and mention that power supply is plus minus 15 volt. That's it. This is more than sufficient for 6 marks. That is question number 3B. Is PPT visible? Yes, anybody? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So next question, we'll have 2-3 questions only and then we'll stop. Next question is question number 4A from same paper, that is 19, winter 19, 6 marks. Design Wien bridge oscillator to produce undamped. इसके बारे में सोचना नहीं. Undamped means the energy will remain constant. एक वर्ड डालने से ऐसा कंफ्यूज मत हो जाइए कि ये पढ़ा है नहीं. Undamped frequency at 2 megahertz. So circuit diagram will be as it is that I used from the previous PPTs. So this is the Wien bridge oscillator. You have to draw circuit diagram in each and every solution. Okay, without circuit diagram you will not get marks. The formula learn है, direct लिखना है. So out of 6 you may get 1, 2, 3 marks, not more than that. So frequency of oscillation for Wien bridge oscillator is f0 is equal, very easy, I'll go fast. F0 is equal to 1 over twice pi under root. Now it is completely under root R1, R2, C1, C2. Assuming, for simplicity, assuming R1 and R2 is same, which is equal to say R, C1 and C2 is same, which is equal to say C, then formula modified to 1 upon twice pi RC. Select standard value of capacitor. I'll select capacitor 0.0001 microfarad. आप सोचोगे अब तक 0.1 माइक्रोफैरेड ले रहे थे सर, 0.01 माइक्रोफैरेड ले रहे थे सर, अब 0.001 माइक्रोफैरेड क्यों लिया है? बिकॉज टू जनरेट ऑसिलेशन फ्रीक्वेंसी 2 मेगाहर्ट्ज, सर्किट कंपोनेंट वैल्यू जो है वो कम कम होते जाते हैं. इफ यू यूज 0.1 or 0.01 microfarad capacitor, your value of resistance computed will be near to 0.7 ohm or 7 ohm or 79 ohm. ठीक है, 80 ohm वगैरह चल जाएगा, बट 7 ohm वगैरह इतना छोटा रेजिस्टेंस लेने से अच्छा बैटरी ऑफ कैपेसिटर. So I have used here. You can see similar example is already covered into the PPT for 2 kilohertz. For 2 kilohertz we use 0.1 microfarad and we got same value of resistance, 796 ohm resistance. Now frequency is increased to 2 megahertz. If I use same value of capacitance 0.1 microfarad, resistance will be in point less than 1 ohm. So that will not be say suitable design. So that what we did, we have used 0.0001 microfarad. You can convert it into nanofarad, and then calculation of R, that is R is equal to 1 over twice pi F0 into C, that is 1 over twice pi into 2 megahertz into the capacitor 0.0001 microfarad. Then the resistance value R, of course R is nothing but R1 and R2. So value of R1 and R2 will be equal to 796 ohm, will be approximately equal to 1K. You may use variable resistance if you want accurate 2 megahertz to set the accurate frequency. Then only calculating for frequency is not sufficient in oscillator. We have to mention the gain and follows the Barkhusen's criteria. In the RC network provides you feedback factor of 1/3 for Wien bridge. For RC phase shift it is 1/29, but for Wien bridge it is 1/3. So choosing beta is equal to 1/3 so that AV beta will be equal to 1. Hence select the amplifier gain, say is equal to 3. So of course RF by R1 will be equal to 2. To make that RF by R1 equal to 2, RF I assume 50K. So R1 will be of course 25K. So that AV beta will be equal to 1, satisfies the Barkhusen's criteria. So design of Wien bridge oscillator, R1 796 ohm, C1 and C2 is 0.001 microfarad, R2 796 ohm, then RF is 50K, RI is 25, RI or RI, here R1 गलती से लिखा है मैंने because it will be repetition of labels. So please mention this is RI, this one. So RI is 25 kilo ohm, and power supply you may mention plus 15, if it is not mentioned in the problem statement, plus 15 volt and minus 15 volt is the power supply. This is how we completed Wien bridge oscillator. Once it is asked in, say, compared to in all papers, Only it is asked in question number 4A, that is in winter 2019 for 6 marks. Moving to the question number 4B, the last question of this PPT, and then we'll stop. So question number 4B, weightage of 7 marks, again from the same paper. So here we will cover two papers, winter 2018 and winter 2019. Only backlog paper we'll discuss later on. So design summing amplifier using IC741. It shows that op-amp, and the statement, instead of statement, the equation is given. So what is equation? V0 is equal to minus 5V1. Let me erase this. V0 is equal to minus 5V1 plus 7V2 minus 9V3 plus 10V4. Such kind of circuit analysis we already done. This is nothing but adder subtractor, but just to make confusion, he has not separated the terms, first thing, and he has what toggled the voltages V1 V2. What was there? We did this practice on V1 plus V2 minus V3 plus V4. So I separated the terms. Plus terms is here, that is V2 plus V4, and their multiplying factor is 7 for V2, 10 for V4, minus V1 plus V3, their respective multiplying factor is 5 for V1, 9 for V3. So you can see this performs addition, this performs addition, and here it performs subtraction. So definitely it is adder subtractor circuit. This is how we have to analyze the problem statement and accordingly decide the circuit. So make sure that V2, this one, V2 and V4 should be connected to non-inverting terminal for addition, and V1 and V3 should be connected to inverting terminal because it has minus sign. So that I did. Here you can see it is adder subtractor circuit having all resistances equal, R1, R. I have not mentioned the levels yet. Then feedback resistance R. Then you can see V2 and V4 is connected to what? Non-inverting terminal. V1 and V3, that is V1 and V is connected to the inverting terminal, so that there will be such type of addition and subtraction. Moving to the solution to this problem. I forgot to add PPT. Okay, what you will do for this? What is the formula? You please get a formula. This will be RF, this will be R1, this will be R2, this will be R3, this will be R4, and this will be RComp. I have given the logic to solve this problem. You please solve this and upload on Teams. Okay, I'll post this PPT so that you can solve this. So this is for your homework, you will say, because today's PPT pe homework nahi hai, so this will be the homework. I wanted to share the logic of the circuit only, not going to solve. And if you face any problem during solution of this, then definitely we'll solve this. So this is all about today's lecture, where we solved several design problems. Here itself I mentioned that the unit number 2 is over. As and when time permits, we'll go for the backlog paper solution, question number 3AB and 4AB, and later on Khanchen sir and I will decide which unit is to be started afterward. So thank you very much. So any question from your side? 1:03 हो चुके हैं. I will wait only for 2 minutes if there is any question from your side, else I'll close this meeting. And remember, until and unless I end this meeting, don't leave the meeting, because I have habit to download attendance at the end of meeting. Near about minimum 2 times or 3 times I download the attendance at the start of lecture, where the attendance always is very less, near about 60, 65 or 70, 75 people. Then later on so many people joins the meeting. Meanwhile I don't know कितने लोग आते हैं, कब आते हैं. तो so middle time पे मैं एक attendance download करता हूँ if possible. If somebody asks question and if I move to the Teams, then I download that, and at the last I download the attendance. Generally I have seen what is the habit, if I say thank you के बाद इधर leaving चालू हो जाता है, तो don't do that. So any question from your side? Only 1 minute is there.
Sir, can we get a 10 to 15 minutes gap between both lectures?
Joel, this is not under my authority. You're saying 11 to 1 a.m. 1 p.m. is the schedule, right?
Sir, just for that net refreshment and
Let-
just for charging.
Let me stop recording first.